Hello all, I'm starting to collect the 10 coins of Tashania here for a level 44 spell quest. I'm in Felwith here where I start my starting city. I was near the bank. So I'm just running over here past toll car here. You jump in the water and there's a little bag. It's one of the coins, so it's pretty easy to get. You could start this quest at level 1 if you wanted to. Probably finish it by level 20. You need the Dark Elf illusion for the evil race cities, Grob and Ogok, but again, it's a level 44 spell, so you have plenty of time, 44 levels before you need it for your spell book. Getting some swimming here in the water. I think my swimming's currently up to 58 at this date. Which it's the 21st of December. I'm level 25, almost level 26. So decided to do some video editing this evening. I'm in Caledon here, getting ready to run in to grab the next coin. There's 10 you need, so you'll at least visit 10 cities for this. The coin's in a little pool in front of, I believe it's the Warrior and Paladin Guild. Pretty close to the entrance. It's the building you would go into. There's probably several quests in there. The Orc Crushbone Belt quest is in that building. So, and the I think you can do like the decks of cards. There's another quest NPC. There's quite a few, but it's this little pool right here. So just grab the coin and put it in your collection until you get all 10. So now we're in Akinon, right down from the bank and where the Caster Guild is. So you just pretty much follow the video EQ GPS here and walk down this little hall by the water. I believe the cleric and there's a couple trainers down here. Um, just running along here. The coin's by the water wheel, if you know where that is. It's this area here. It's a little bag laying by this little sparkly star thing. I'm using a gnome illusion here because it makes me smaller to get through the doorways and stuff. Yeah, I believe the cleric and paladin guild's straight ahead there. Maybe some native gnomes will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna run up here to the caster guild. I was looking for something. I don't remember what I was looking for. I think I was looking for a spell and maybe some cat's eye gate or something. I recorded this video a while back. I don't remember. I came over for the coin. I think one of my spells are sold there. Now I'm up in Aruden by the bank. I'm gonna run up to grab the coin. It's in a pool on the upper floor near the caster guilds. It's in the center of the hallway like this one is. It's on this stone here in the center of this pool. I just do a round about the the pool, but it's a little bag sitting there. So I was updating my list of when I grabbed each coin so that I knew I'd already gotten it. Excuse me if you hear me clear my throat. That always seems to happen, or I sneeze, one or the other. So I'm updating my list here. I run back down to the bank, and I believe I put the coin in there. There's a little gem vendor right beside the bank if you need them. At this point, I've got 5 of the coins I need, so you need 10 in total. That's the shiny brass shield there from the work trainer when I was in Crushbone. They're lure, so you can only have one in your inventory, but a couple of them drop, so some other people picked those up. Now I'm running through Everfrost Peaks here, heading towards Hallis. Probably the easiest way if you're not near Blackborough to run through that way would be, well, I guess you would still have to run through that way, but would be get a Druid port to Surefall Glade. Would get you there, one zone away. I'm almost to Hallis here. It's a nice little zone. I remember when I played a barbarian way back in the day, had fun up here. The barbarians are kind of off to themselves. They like the snowy igloo living, I guess. Hardy race they are. So we're approaching the zone into Hallis here. Some vendors up the hall here to the left if you didn't know if you need to sell or anything. Looks like I forgot to minimize the guild chat window. Some guilds don't want, if you're doing videos, they don't want you to show that, I guess. Guild secrets. But I try to be mindful of that. I think this video, I wasn't thinking about it, I guess. I had just joined Mayhem not that long ago. But I'm not going to wait on the barge. The coin's over here in the water. Another opportunity to raise my swimming skill here in the icy waters of Hallis. The entrance to the city is just straight ahead there. If you don't have an enduring breath item or the spell cast on you, you got to be mindful of your air. You can drown and end up dying that way. But the pool's just over here on the left side, right on this little ledge. Just looks like a little bag. And a guild member was asking me to join a Droga group, and I told him I was running around doing a quest. So some people were in there doing some experience. That would have been a nice group, but it didn't work out. I was doing other stuff. I think some of them were having disconnect problems or something anyway. So I was considering the guards here at Hallis. I think I'm dubious. So at least they won't kill me. And I get a shot of the nice Hallis sign there, and then I end up just gating out to go do the next thing I was doing. So now I'm in Nariak, going to see Miz and Mar at the entrance. That's where I'm bound because I use the the portal fire pod in the third gate to get to Lesser Fadark over on the Felwith side. It's on the Quarm server. It's a convenient way to travel around if you don't find a wizard or a druid for a port. Enchanters seem to be back and forth. Well, at least I am being a high elf, but I guess anybody, if they would have to go over there to grab those coins, would need to go onto that continent. I'm just putting on my dark elf illusion so I don't get killed. The beautiful city of Neriak here, my dark elf friends. The little coin is over here right before you get off the bridge. You just jump down in the water here. It's again in a little bag, so and you got to swim over to the other side here if you want to get out of the water. Or I guess if that's all you wanted, you could gate out if you wanted to do it that way or run back out to the front. But now I'm up in Kinos. I'm at the Temple of Life here where the Calandal fish is, and the coin is in the same pond. It's right below this little UFO looking ship thing. Pretty much right where the light beam is almost. So we grab that coin as well. And one of the runes you need is at the docks there. The mermaid's lair, I think, is what it's called. Is it Madame Serena or something? You give her 50 gold and she gives you a rune. It's for another quest. Now I'm in West Freeport, getting ready to go grab that coin over by the Arcane Sciences, where the caster guilds are. It's in the pool of water there. Most of them are in a pool of water. So I think you just zone in from East Commons and go through the gate and head down to this if you didn't know. Coins almost in the center of the pool, I guess. It's just laying on the ground. I'm just swimming around looking for skill ups. I think I got one there. I think I'm 58 or something in swimming already. And if you need your spells, just right above the ramp here, there's a little pad you step on and it ports you up right there. Now I'm up in Agok, down where the bank is. The water's down in, or the coin pouch is in the water. I think that's like the Shadow Knight Warrior Guild I'm looking at, whatever else is in there. The bank's the store on the left here by the ladder. I think that one's the bank, or it's the one behind me. But I usually go to the second ladder after that doorway and the coins near it. As you'll see here in the video, you just jump off the edge and swim to it. Again, be mindful of your air so you don't drown unless you have a enduring breath item or you cast a spell as an enchanter on yourself. I was looking for the coin. It's just down here on the ground. While I was up here, I did my Stein and Magog quest, which that's a video that's coming up on the 27th, I think. I might have posted that already. I'd have to look at YouTube. The 27th is the radiant glows or the incandescent glows. I posted that video already, which you'll see that I have all four sets of gloves in this video. I just recorded the turn-ins separate, just so I wouldn't have to hunt it out of a video like I did on this one. As you saw if you watched like the making of or the me using the NCH video software that I use. So I did a who I was looking. There was I believe it was a bard, maybe a necro as well, but there was a bard that was killing the guards. You'll see eventually. I asked him if I can loot a Stein. I was trying to buy one off a vendor, but my faction isn't high enough to use the vendor yet, and I only had my alliance spell, which didn't raise it enough with the ogres. But once I get ogre illusion and benevolence, I could probably use benevolence now, I guess, to buy from the vendor. Or I'd have to work faction, but I'll probably be up here killing the guards, at some point. But as you see, there's a bunch of guards chasing the bard there. I did a out of character say to ask if I could loot a Stein. If not, I was going to ask one of them if they could vendor with the ogre merchants there to buy me one. I think they sell for like 7 plat or something on the vendor, which it's a nice little charisma item. So even if you're not an enchanter, you could get it to wear when you're selling. It might help get you better prices, when you're buying from them. But I was casting my alliance spell and seeing if I could vendor because I know that people will sell them to the vendors when they kill these guards or while they're on the vendors usually. You could find them probably on any vendor, but best bet is, just pop into Ogok. Someone's probably killing the guards, or like I say, try to buy one if you can vendor. The guards are pretty good experience, I think up to around level 50. I usually do those or the specters or, well, whatever I can find to kill at that level, but he's got like 5 guards he's running around. So I was just following him, looking at his train of ogres here. If you had that many hitting on you, it wouldn't take long to be dead. So he had sent me a talon, said he would just give me one or take my pick. I was waiting, following him uh, for him to die, I guess, or whatever he was doing. I might make a bard just to play around with it. They're kind of similar to an enchanter in a way with some of the stuff they can do. Kind of like a druid, or a wizard, any class that can kite several things around. Like I know wizards, we used to do quad kiting with the druid and the wizard and stuff. I've done that on the druid, but it was way back in the day. It looks like he's got 8 or 10 mobs on him there. He's got a nice little train. So he told me to come to the priest of the Discord, and he would give me one, which was pretty cool. His name's Trumpy, I think. So a big thank you to him. I offered to him if he wanted any money for it, and he said no. I mean, they drop a lot on the guards, so usually they rot on the ground. I remember when I was killing them on green, I sold a couple of them, and then it got to the point where I didn't bother because they're lore, so he handed me one. I thanked him. That was pretty cool. Now I'll be off to Grob here because it's just one zone away. So if you're over this way, it's easy enough just to grab those two coins together because the cities are right next to each other almost. So I'm heading into Grob here and gonna grab that coin. I was just looking through my spell book to see if I had Illusion Troll yet, but I don't think that I do. I think it's level 29 or level 24 or something. I think it's level 29. I would have to look. So I just use the Illusion Dark Elf. I've killed these guards too. They're pretty good experience and decent money, I guess. A lot of people will kill the guards. Depends on if you're evil or uh, a good race, respectively. Like the Fell with guards are usually killed by necromancers or, well, whoever would be killing them, I guess. I was just looking around and like that guard back there in that Koza brute, man, he's got to be probably level 49 or at least level 44 or better to take him on. I mean, he'll kill you quick. But you just come in where the warrior guild is and turn to the right and go across the bridge and the little coins in this little pond there. So then to get back out, you just come out and go to the left. But if you go right, the bankers and other vendors are back in that little hallway. There's another little room. And you head back out to the zone in this way. So he ended up gating out. So now I'm over at the Temple of Solus Grow, zoning in from Lava Storm. I got to go to Romar to get the combined container. So was looking up the quest to see what I needed to say to him. You just say what coin pouch after you hail him. He's standing right beside Sultan, if you didn't know. which is another quest NPC that enchanters see. It's a pretty cool looking zone. Lots of doors. See Romar here and hail him and say what coin pouch, and he gives you the container. And we're going to run back out. Taking a peek around, looking at all the names. Now I'm over in Rivervale here, grabbing some money. Got a couple quests with Tarn and Highkeep. I grabbed 50 gold and the coin pouch, or the coins. So I had all 10 coins at this point. And I grabbed my money. I think while I'm up there, I decided to buy my pet spells. So I combined these 10 coins. Now I gotta go see Tarn to get it converted to the next coin. Double checking my notes. You have to be careful zoning out into Kithiker at night. I ended up dying 2 times to those undead. I even used invisibility versus undead, but just a string of EQ getting me there. But a nice cleric in the guild come over and gave me two 96% reses after I grabbed my bodies. I died once trying to get my corpse because I ran into the Teardow and the ghouls and the undead. There was like a camp of them, and I wasn't paying attention. And by the time I realized that I'd Argoed pretty much all of them, I was already dead. So I go ahead and memorize my invisibility spell and um, whatever else I had on. I think I memorized Gate. Yeah. I just pretty much skirt the right wall. You could follow the path, but I try to avoid the death from the undead. They're like level 35s. So day-night cycles in EverQuest, certain zones, the NPCs change. I guess they go from good to evil, or lots of dangers in EverQuest, depending on where you travel to. So I'm outside of High Keep here, running in. So when you go in, you go around the corner here. It's the first doorway on the left. It's the only door that has like a stone front. He's just around the corner here. Double check my list again to see what I got to do. I just hand him the coin and he gives me a different coin, which I have to take to someone else here. So you just hand him the coin and make sure you're targeting him and not, what is it, Justin Rhymes behind him there. Because you can mess up and hand your quest item to someone, and if they don't give it back to you, they'll take it. So I update my list. Uh, and if you do make a mistake like that, you may have to start your quest over. And, well, it would make you happy, I guess. Believe it or not, I've made those mistakes before. So now I'm over in Nariak. I got to see Ms. and Mar. So he's in the third gate. She's in my Dark Elf illusion so that I'm not killed by the Dark Elf guards. I've died from forgetting to do that too, especially if you hadn't worked your faction yet. There's quests you can do to increase your likability if you're, well, I guess I'm considered good aligned versus like Dark Elves would be evil aligned, but if you're a Dark Elf, well, the evil good thing's subjective, I guess, to just zoning in here to the third gate. Nariak's divided into a couple different zones. Ms. and Mar always, also sells your enchant spells for gold, silver, adamantite. It's like trade skill spells. He has like 6 of them if you want to buy them while you're down in the library here where he is. Save you time, I guess, if you didn't have to go there. But I guess if you're a dark elf, you would visit that part of the zone more often. I usually get mine wherever they sell them, Nariak, Freeport, Felwith. Some of them are in other zones, but most of your starting zones have most of your spells, unless they're a drop or a quest or something, or research. Getting my alliance spell out or benevolence, whichever one I was using, to increase my faction with him because you have to be at least indifferent or amiable for some of this. If you turn them in, they may not talk to you to do the quest until your faction's high enough. But enchanters have it a little bit easier than some because we can use our illusions and, well, we have the spell to increase your faction a little bit. But that's not the end all be all. I mean, there's the spells. If you click on him, he's a spell vendor too. So I was backing up to con him, and then I hit him with my spell, which increased my faction, and I hand him the coin. And he gives me the next coin I need, so Now I'm up in Eridan. I got to see Rain and hand her this coin. She's over in the library, so was double checking my notes. The zone out of here, you just step on this little portal pad thing and run over here to the Eridan library. Your illusion spells are sold in here too. It's a different vendor, Pora. It rains just on the well, the second floor technically on the right side or left side, but she's on the right as you go up the stairs. The quest says to turn into an erudite and use benevolence, but I didn't. I just turned it in. So she gives you the final coin you need. Then you got to take that back to Romar over in the temple of Solusek Row. Updated my list, and now I'm heading into the temple. Go back to see Romar to get my spell here. Lots of doors. They're protecting their books and their arcane magic. They don't want it to get out of the building. So I double checked the quest here. Nothing special. You just got to hand him the coin. And you see, I have my 4 gloves there too. I recorded that separate. And now I got my. I finally closed the guild chat. And there's my spell for level 44. So I put that in the bank, and there you have it. Lots of running around. If you want the spell, you got to do it. Have a good one.